An inquest into the death of an Iranian asylum seeker has heard medical staff were urgently trying to get the sick man off Manus Island as they watched his health deteriorate. The coroner is investigating whether the 24-year-old received adequate care before he was moved to Brisbane's Mater Hospital, where nothing could be done to save him. Louisa Rebgetz has more.
Hamid Kehazaei died from severe sepsis 13 days after he presented to the Manus Island clinic in August 2014.
What we need to remember is that a healthy 24-year-old man died, and there was absolutely no reason for him to die.
An inquest heard Mr Kehazaei was treated for a fever with antibiotics when he arrived. His condition deteriorated, and after 2 days, doctors recommended an urgent transfer to Port Moresby. That needed to be approved by government staff in Australia and didn't happen until the following day. When Mr Kehazaei arrived in Port Moresby, he suffered 3 heart attacks and was soon moved to Brisbane, but it was too late. Outraged refugee advocates held a vigil outside court.
This man's life could have been saved if he'd had the same level of medical care that we give people in Australia.
Manus Island paramedic Raphael Cruz told the inquest via video link on the second day of treatment there was a general consensus he should be moved off the island. We were trying to get him out. He said at the time you could not fly patients out during the night, but now that's changed.
You cannot look after people appropriately by sticking them in the middle of the Pacific and then being surprised when there's a tragic outcome.
The inquest will run for 2 weeks before reconvening in February next year. A number of medical staff as well as officers from the Department of Immigration are due to give evidence in a bid to determine whether enough was done to save this young man's life. Louisa Rebgetz, ABC News, Brisbane.